and praise your holy name. Oh, praise your holy name, and praise your holy name. Oh, Lord, praise your holy name, for you are our God. And sing hallelujah, oh sing hallelujah, and sing hallelujah, oh sing hallelujah, for you are our God.
Service with an inspirational lecture. Today we have the privilege of having Dr. Reverend Rosa Machado here today. She's been here a couple times before serving in church, and we've known each other for 20-some years. We've really enjoyed our associations over the years and always helped each other when needed. Very happy to have her here today. A little background for Rosa is she is ordained by Bishop Sylvester Jones. She spent over 9 years traveling with John of God. She now has a presence in Ormond Beach and works with people in healing mode, her gift, her knowledge of life, and her philosophy that she has generated over the years. And she's here to share all of that with us today. Please welcome Dr. Reverend Rosa Machado.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see smiling faces, inspirational music to raise the vibration, get everybody all up and running after a nice night's sleep, right? Everyone's sleeping wonderfully, right? Yeah, it's been a little challenging at times, I think. There's been a lot of change going on in the air. Well, today I am going to be talking about reawakening our heart. I've come here, I've talked about jading, which is justify, arguing, defending, and explaining things away. I've also talked about truth in the past when I've been here. And today we're talking about opening our heart. And the reason I say that, I say that because the stakes are very high right now. Probably higher than they've ever been in a long time. In the book of Matthew 22:36 through 40, Jesus was asked, "Master, which is the greatest command in the law?" And Jesus said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy entire mind. This is the first and great command. And the second is likened unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commands hang all the law and the prophets." God was telling us a message in those words when they were first given to us. Love was primary, was first and foremost in all things. It wasn't second guessed. Maybe I'll love you. Maybe I'll care for you. It was a guarantee that if you loved God above all things, you would also be loved. There is no power on earth or in heaven that can separate us from God. Did you know that? Not our sin, not any authority on earth, not any spiritual force. God's love is unshakable. It can always be relied upon. Never forgotten. But we, as humans, and I'm going to use the reference of Paul in Scripture. Paul was criticized. He had a critic that was asking him, "Oh, are the Jews forsaken because Jesus came to the Gentiles?" And Paul began to explain, no. Would we be presumptuous in saying that God had denounced his love for the provisions and well-beings of something other than his perseverance and grace that he offers each and every one of us every day? This was foretold by the prophets of old. They talk about the Bible as a living word. It's alive. It lives through us. We are the reflection of those words every moment of every day of our lives. We have an opportunity. First of all, to wake up in the morning. Give thanks. You could have not. You could have just been there and waited for someone to come find you and see if you had made it through the night. We have opportunities every day to show our love. And we tend to show it to many other people. We give it to everybody else, and very few times do we give it to ourselves. We don't have that acknowledgement within us that says, oh, I'm lovable and loving. I can give love to as many people as I want to. But am I willing to receive love? It's a duality. We have to be willing to accept as much as is given. And we have to be willing to give as much as we're willing to receive. All of us go through life. And I'm going to say that, make no mistake that we've all had our ups and downs, right? Look around you. Do you think there's anyone in this room that hasn't had something that they've gone through that's been catastrophic in their life? I mean, if you do, please point them out to me. I'd like to know them and meet them really close. They must be godlike. We all are godlike. We've been given a choice, an opportunity to express our lives in the light of God. To live in a world that has so much to offer. And most of the time we dwell on what we don't have. Oh, if I could have, if I would have, if that was this. And then we look at what we have. Look at the United States. Look at the world. Do you think the world has something to offer? Besides products and monetary money gained items? I love the way God works. We have all our attention overseas. We're worried about what's happening in Israel right now, right? Oh, big catastrophic event. Well, we forget that those are a chosen people. Just like Paul was speaking of. Are the Jews left out because Jesus came to the Gentiles? No. But what God does is He creates an opportunity for us in the United States to not focus our attention overseas, but to bring it home a little bit. To start to worry about home a little bit. To bring the compassion and the concern and the caring and all that is love to our fellow brothers and sisters in this homeland, these United States. Look what happened to New Jersey, Staten Island, New York. Do you know, of all that destruction and devastation, the amount of death is minimal compared to what it could have been. That's a grace. That's a grace offered to every one of us. And you know what I love most? Is that we all come together as one voice in love, saying, how can I help you? What can I do for you? What do you need? Can I send you some hope? You don't have your house, but I'm your friend, and you don't even know me. But you're going to. You have an opportunity to reflect that. You do the same thing when you're walking down the street and some homeless person comes up to you and says, hey, do you have a cigarette? Or maybe a buck? And we choose. Do I give it to him or don't I? Who made that choice? Do you think God made that choice? Give it or don't? You did. Every day you make choices. Every day you choose to wake up, and as in Brazil, John of God, his friend Norberto always says, you have two choices in his opinion for a day. It's either a good day or a very good day. Any other option is not acceptable. And I love that. But sometimes we wake up on what? The wrong side of the bed. We get up and we say, oh, another day. I have to go to work. Or we're dreading some aspect of something. When we have that potential of saying, this is going to be a great day. I'm going to meet wonderful people. I'm going to have an opportunity to share all that I am in love. And be the radiance and expression of God in me. And all the people that I'm going to meet this day are going to be that same radiance. They are going to express God in them back to me, because that's what I want to see. And I will bring forward all the people into my experience that radiate that essence. And it doesn't matter if they're downtrodden or elevated to some high point. They will all be an expression of God's light. We go through life every day. We have our doubts, our fears. Oh, lack. Yeah, there's plenty of that going around, right? I see a lot of buildings closed. Then we go through jealousy. Oh, they have something and I don't. Why don't I? Then we start to wallow in self-pity. Poor, poor, pitiful me. I haven't got anything. Count the grace that you have. God said that the meek will inherit the earth. What is meek? Was it to be meek? To not latch on to possessions so much? Recently in my house, I hear spirit often. I do a lot of work with spirit. And they said, take a walk around your house with us. I said, okay. And they started pointing things. Could you leave that? Oh, yeah, sure, I could leave that. How about this one? I went through the whole house. I got to one thing that I could not leave. And they said, oh, guess you're not done. And then they left. I was like, oh, it was a test. It was a test whether or not I was willing to let go of all my possessions. It was an opportunity for me to see that life is more than what I own. Yes, it's nice to have a roof over your head, isn't it? Food on the table, clothes on your back. But do we need a closet full of clothes? Or 20 pairs of shoes? Or 5 handbags? Not really. And what if the washing machine doesn't work anymore? Then what are you going to do? Can't wash them? The old-fashioned way, right? You earn it. And when I go to Brazil, this is what it's like. This is, you earn it. They don't have washing machines like our washing machines. And when they do, they don't spin. They don't spin like our washing machines. It's like you're ringing, you get a partner in there, you're both ringing and you're pulling, then you fold it again and you ring some more, and then you hang it on the line and you let the sun dry it for the day. And you were glad that person just happened by because you were sending out, I need some help. But where's the radiance of God in somebody else that'll be willing to lend me a hand? God doesn't forget us, but we tend to forget Him. We don't walk every day and say, thank you, God, for that beautiful flower I just saw downstairs, Or the lovely smile on that little kid that walked by and just plastered a smile like they were having the best day of their life. And they're only 3 or 4 years old. Those are gifts. To see the smile on someone else's face and feel it. You can feel when it's fake. right? I mean, it's like, nice to see you. Can I leave now? What we find is that more people today are turning to God because they're afraid. They're pleading, they're asking, would you just do this one thing for me? We hear it now in New Jersey. The Jersey Shore has been annihilated. And there's a lot of people that are out on the streets or trying to find family to live with and wondering whether or not they're going to be able to reconstruct their homes. A lot of people think this was a godly event. That it was created so that a whole pile of karma could be released. If you believe in karma. I think it was very interesting because it drew our attention away from the Middle East and back home. Back to us. I believe America is a chosen people. Look at how we speak of ourselves. God bless America, the land that I love. What's the most profound thing? Love. Who did we put first? God. We ask God to bless this country, to take it into account that it would be His people. And then we have to trust that the right politicians are in place, right? Well, we don't know. If you voted, if you didn't vote, you cast your choice. It's your choice. You were given an opportunity to select a candidate. You either loved them or you didn't. I'd love to see an election that comes through in truth, where we're not all backbiting, backstabbing. We're actually coming from loving places and speaking the truth of the light of truth. I'm here because I represent the light. That'd be different. Right? Hi, I'm here to represent the light. Get him out of here! Quick, quick! He might extinguish the darkness. Or to be truly compassionate and caring. I mean, they're even giving Barack Obama a hard time for actually reacting to the Jersey Shore event. I mean, it's in his backyard. How could he not react? He's living in the White House. He had to see. But they're doing comparisons. Oh, Katrina to Sandy. Two girls in love. One hitting the south and the other hitting the north. Both of them creating the same kind of storm surge. Same kind of force, same kind of power. Same kind of cleansing. And same kind of unity. A unity and love of our neighbor. Love thy neighbor as thyself. And we go back to our hearts, because that's what this is about, reawakening our hearts. How many of you can look in the mirror, or just this moment, close your eyes and look at yourself and say, yeah, I have my flaws, but I'm good. And not sit and dwell on, but I did this one. Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. I had no one caught me. Or to sit and dwell on that one thing that single person, someone could come up to you and say, wow, you're wonderful, you're spectacular, I think you're so beautiful, you've got such a great smile. And then 2 seconds later, someone tells you something opposite, and who are you dwelling on? Definitely not the lady that turned around and told you how great you were. You're wallowing in a vibration that is less than the light of love. And the kicker is, you brought it to you. Because Because every single person, like I said in the morning when you wake up, is the radiance of the essence of what you express. So that person that came to you today with that little bit of information was brought to you to show you something so that you could go, aha, I get it. Or, no, I'll wait till later, send somebody else. He's kind. He'll do that. He'll send someone else down the road 2, 3, 4 times, maybe even a lifetime of somebody else's until you get it. How loving is that? Pretty loving. And every day we go about, we have an opportunity to say, you know, God, thank you. Thank you for today. Thank you for this planet and its beauty, the vast ocean, and all the creatures of the sea. Every plant that breathes life into my lungs and the lungs of all humanity. And please, help them stop putting up the gray so that more green can actually show us the healing that you had planned for us. Talk to your plants. Tell them how much you love them. Watch them grow. You do the same to your children, don't you? Yeah, they get under your neck little times. I call that the pain in the neck syndrome. Sometimes they get under there, but you tell them you love them. Their willingness to accept it is their choice. Whatever they're going through in their life experience. They may not get it. They may not think you care. Even when you say you love them, they're sitting there thinking, yeah, right, sure. You show it every day. But that's their issue. And they're bringing forth those vibrations of people that are going to help them see the light of day. All the devastation that happened up north, there's a promise of recovery, isn't there? God made that same promise to Paul, that we will recover. That God still has his hand in everything. It's written that God's eye is upon the sparrow, so is it unto you. Did it ever occur to you that he might be looking through your own eye? Your own eyes. With the judgment that you have when you look at someone? Or the compassion? That's why when we say, oh, you can't hide from that. Oh, they're going to go try to hide in caves and under rocks and in all these places. And they think that God can't see it. But it's right here. Through these two very eyes. No matter where I go, they're with me. Unfortunately, when I close my eyes, I still see. So it's difficult to be inspired, awe-inspired. To have a little remnant of love. Even in the darkest days of our past, we've overcome something. We've gone through many things that have made us who we are today. Some of them have really been bad. Some of them have not so bad. And some of them have been great. Filled with joy and laughter and so much fun that when you have someone that you met from back then, that they remind you of that moment, you go, oh, I remember that. Boy, we were silly. I would never do that today. My son recently posted something on Facebook. He was doing a lineage of all the events that he did throughout life. And my brother responded, boy, you put a few gray hairs on your mom and dad. And then I responded, oh, I remember when we were in Portugal, my son, 14 years old, decides to go out to the pier and do this jump off the pier in the Azores. as I'm watching and run to see what he's doing with these two other boys, I get there, he misses the rocks below by what look like inches. And the Portuguese kids run up to me and they go, "He is a crazy kid." We would never do that. But we were taunting him, and he did it. So here he is posting these things out on Facebook. And I'm thinking, wow, do I love this kid or what? Even in his craziness. Would it have been tragic? Absolutely. When we lose someone, it's tragic. We look at life even, you probably know someone who's going through disease. Some disease of some kind. And they've been given an allotment of time. Do we stop loving them because, oh, you're only going to be here for a short while? Been nice knowing you, see ya? No, we don't. We love them more. We express more of the love that we've had from them from the beginning. We share the essence of what they are. We go through those reminiscent times of how they did something certain. Maybe the way they cooked dinner, or a special flower that they love. We wake up and we remember all the good things. Wouldn't it be nice to do that all the time? I'm not saying go through the world with rose-colored glasses. I'm a rose, I would know. But to see life differently, to look at that potential, and that our effort, our responsibility is to choose wisely, to choose love, to love ourselves. And I'm not talking about ego. Don't get egocentrical, or vanity either. I'm so beautiful. I am so high and mighty. No, I'm talking about just genuine love. Love yourself like you want to be loved. You project it out from other people. But it starts right here. And the person that you draw to you in that love and light is a reflection of the love that you want for yourself. And they're a part of you, the essence of you. And when you come together as equal people, equal beings. The masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang of events. You come into an energy and vibration that says you are the essence of oneness, of God. We're all saved because God has grace on us. And it's not because we choose that He has grace on us. It's because He chooses. I like the phrase, many are called but few are chosen. Who does the choosing? We choose. We choose to answer the call. Okay, I want you to walk this way. Oh no, I think I'll go this way instead. We have just violated the avenue, right? No, we've made a choice. We have the opportunity, and they come in many, many avenues. And throughout each and every one, we learn a lesson. And we start to love ourselves a little bit more, because after that last one, we go, whoa, never doing that again. We start to see the beauty in us and our ability to overcome the greatest challenges. And how unity does happen when the vibration of difficulty and tragedy comes about. And that more people come together in love. It's scary but true. I believe Earth is freedom's loving star. We are the reflection of all that is love and the essence of God. And we're not just doing it for us. We're probably doing it for beings that we don't even have an awareness of. Those that have come before us. Have you looked through time? They're actually going back in time. No, we account for 2,000 years. Then we go before Christ, right? Then we go back. Oh, 5,000 years, Chinese medicine. Go back a little more. But we're looking at 14.2 billion years. That's a lot. A lot of human evolution. And all he's asked us to do is love him. And love each other. And reflect love. And be loving. It doesn't mean being prideful either or arrogant about your love for God or faith. Just because you proclaim it at the top of the hills doesn't mean you're getting anything better. You know, it rains on everybody the same. If you become boastful, that's almost a sign of saying, hey, watch out. Don't toot your horn too loud. He gives us his way, and we continue to fight against him. We harden our hearts and reject the truth and his precepts. His people are killed, his messengers and prophets. We reject his teaching and refuse to accept his loving grace. And God's still here with his arms wide open, saying, I love you. Wow. That's a great comfort, isn't it? And the darkness that we've created it ourselves. Because he spoke into the abyss and brought in the light. And where there is light, there can be no darkness. And each of you are likened unto a candle. And as that light radiates from you, did you know when you put a candle on the pillar, any shadow that comes up to that candle can't touch the candle? So if you see yourself as that light, there is no darkness that can touch you. Unless you choose to touch the darkness. To wallow in that negative, that fear, that lack consciousness, that deprivation, that sorrow. That's a choice. And I'm not saying I don't go there. Oh yeah, I've been there. Just recently. I was crying for the world. Oh, the poor world. What are we going to do? I had tears coming from places I don't even know why they were coming. I was sitting in my living room, boo-hooing all to death. Oh, the poor world. How sorrowful. And then I had someone call me. Did you know that there are 100,000 people awake? And I went, I said, there's 7.2 billion people on the planet. I'd like at least 1% to be awake. That's like 7 million, okay? So they went, oh, okay. I want us all to wake up to the light of love in ourselves, to reflect that. I try to do it every day, to be that presence, to smile at people that I don't know, and to really radiate that love from within me. Because God is all-knowing. He knows our hearts. He's all-loving. He's all-purposeful. He knows our deepest, darkest secrets. And we shouldn't be afraid of that. Because in all that, he loves us. And all he's asked us is to love him back. And then the second thing he asked was to love your neighbor. And then he said to love yourself. And he said that all the laws and every prophetic word that has ever come before was based on two principles. Those two that I just stated. We're amazing beings. We have so much light and luminescence and just a smile. You know, it takes a lot more effort to frown, you know that, right? Your muscles just go in. I'm a massage therapist. I work with a lot of faces when I'm not ministering. No matter what we're going through, God is there. Every single moment of every hour, of every second, of every day. 365 days a year. Until He says, come home. And your breath stops. And you're not here. And the legacy that you have to leave behind is the radiance of the love that you shared. Or the opposite. Isn't that what they showed in, we're coming up on Christmas, Ebenezer Scrooge, right? The suffering, the wake-up call. Hey, let's take you around, we'll show you the past, present, and future. Are you going to get it yet? We have those choices every day to choose love. God is our strength. He is our heartbeat. He is our vision for life. Regardless of our own understanding. His election of the grace that He bestows upon us is a work of faith. Trusting in the unknown. We communicate with the unknown often, don't we? When we're alone in our rooms, talking to nobody that's there. Nobody that we can see. But we're babbling. Remember, God is transcendent. He's the universe and time as we perceive it. He's limitless. He's intelligent. Can you imagine or fathom God that way? And most of all, He's revered. Every culture, every group of individuals throughout the world appeals to a God of their own understanding. And it's already been written, there's only one. So when everybody's out there, well, that God and this God and his God and her God, it's the same God. It's a God of their understanding. And He said, love me in your understanding. And love your neighbor in their understanding. And love yourself in your understanding. In all your frailties. In all your glory. Because they're all represented as the wholeness of who you are in the light of God. We are so loved. And it starts right here, within your own heart. To revive your own heart. He's given you your desires, your passions, your way, your truth, your light, your hope, your inspiration. He's given you everything. And all you have to say is, I'm ready. What next? I'm going to go this way. Oh, you want me to go that way? I'm going to go that way. Oh, you want to take a right turn? Go that way. Love yourself. Open your heart to the love that's in you. Share a smile, a joyful hug. Tell somebody that you don't even know how beautiful they are. And realize that that love is an expression of you. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing you in them. And how glorious is that God would allow you that opportunity. I thank you for having me here today, for sharing your light and love with me, and for being a captive audience.